Good morning, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition of Inside Pitch, the 1964 One and Gone tournament. This is Game 11. It's the number 15 Chicago Cubs taking on the number 4 Philadelphia Phillies at Connie Mack Stadium. As Forever Main 90 joins me here at Connie Mack for some early morning, or I should say late morning, early afternoon baseball. I might be doing 3 games today, actually, but not from just the one and gone tournament. We'll do another one and gone later. But my other season, the 1976 season, showed up, and what I want to do from that is continue my inside pitch history of baseball, and we might be doing the final game of the American League Championship Series in the Royals and the Yankees. So we might be doing 3 games today. We'll see what happens. But right now, it's back to the 1964 one and gone. I think we got a good matchup today. It'll be Dick Ellsworth for the Cubs taking on Chris Short of the Phillies. The Phillies in 1964, they were 92-70. The Cubs were 76-86. And of course, as you take a look at the bracket, you can see that the Chicago Cubs got there to the second round by eliminating the Washington Senators 6-5 in their matchup. This is the first game for the Philadelphia Phillies as they had the bye into the second round as being one of the top 4 teams. Keith White joins us as well for some exciting baseball action. We hope we've had some good games, and we've had a couple of upsets and a couple of close ones. So, I think we're gonna have a pretty good game. So let's go ahead and let's get started here. Let's get started. Starting pitcher for the 1964 Philadelphia Phillies is Chris Short. He had the lowest ERA of the Phillies on that team. 17-9, a 2.2 ERA. Fine pitcher that year for the Phillies. And of course, Keith White is a Cubs fan, so I know he'll be rooting for his Chicago Cubs all the way through. Let's start things off here. Top of the first inning, leading off for the 1964 Chicago Cubs will be second baseman Joey Amalfitano. Let's play ball. Starting off with a 6-3. That is a star line against a righty. And Amalfitano is going to ground out to second. One down. And that will bring up center fielder Billy Cowan. Billy Cowan was injured early in the game between the Senators, but he was only out for the game. And he is now back and ready to play here for the second game. As I am doing injuries in this tournament, since we're not using any as-played lineups because, well, these games are never played. Billy Cowan will bat against Chris Short. Short throws a 1-2, and that is a range play at the ballpark. And a 3-3, and that is a star line 4, and it's a ground out to first for the second out. And now we will see left fielder Billy Williams. 5-4 for Chris Short. That's a range play. Billy Williams 4-1. And against the lefty, that's going to be a double to left field. The ball is hit to Covington. His range is a 1. He'll make the play if he can get it. It's a 6. He does not. So Billy Williams does get a double to left. And now we will see third baseman Ron Santo. Let's see here. I should have that here someplace. Give me a moment here, real quick. I just want to bring up that past game. Where was that? There it is. Let's see. Ron Santo in that first game what was he? Ron Santo had a very good game. He was 3 for 5, and he hit a home run in that game against the Senators. I guess I should still give you the stats. Ellsworth was a decent pitcher. He was a Philly at one time. Yes, he was. Runner on second base. There are 2 outs. Infield is normal. Chris Short, 5-4. That's another range play. Santo, 5-6. And that is a pop out to Short. So the ball is hit to Cookie Rojas. His range is a 2. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. He will get over there in time, and he'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. Bottom of the first inning, starting pitcher for the 64 Chicago Cubs is Dick Ellsworth. He was 14-18 with a 3.75 ERA. He was the second highest ERA on the starting staff. That's the reason why he gets this start. Leading off for the 1964 Fightin' Phils will be Tony Taylor. I have an idea for your 1985 replay. Got to go with the Phils as Michael Peterson joins us. Ellsworth 1-2, and Ellsworth gives up a home run opportunity. Tony Taylor against the lefty is a 4. There's nothing here from Connie Mack Stadium, and it's a 3. And the first batter Ellsworth faces is a smack by Tony Taylor. He hits it high, he hits it deep, and it is gone. Solo home run by Tony Taylor with a 4. He does get it. Home run Taylor. That's one way to start the game, and the Phillies jump out in front 1-0 on a homer by Tony Taylor. He only had 4 home runs in 64, but a 1-2 on Ellsworth's card, and he gives up the bad pitch. How about you play all the 1985 American League games on Inside Pitch and all the 1985 National League games? The more variety of the band games. No. Don't get me wrong. No. I'm not going to do that. I need Payoff Pitch because Payoff Pitch has certain things that Inside Pitch doesn't have. It's straight on Inside Pitch. Don't worry. I'm not abandoning Inside Pitch. There's going to be game. I'm going to still be doing Inside Pitch maybe the same day. Don't worry. You're still going to see both games. I'm still going to be doing one and gone tournaments. Payoff Pitch is only going to get one game, which is going to be the 85 season. But I'm going to be doing Inside Pitch throughout the games for the rest of the day. Don't worry. Trust me. No game. Nothing's getting shelved. Nothing's getting shelved. 1-0 on a leadoff home run, and the batter now will be Dick Allen. 6-6 on Ellsworth's card. That's a blank. He's not tired. Allen 3-5, and he singles past the third baseman for a base hit. So already 1 home run and a single given up by Ellsworth, and the Cubs are not off to a good start. And we'll see right fielder Johnny Collison. Anything on strat? 10, nothing. Don't worry, Forever Maine. Nothing's being shelved. 6-2 on Ellsworth's card. That is a strikeout plus 10 against a lefty. And that becomes a 16 plus 1 is a 17 and 2. He strikes out Collison. That's the first out. And now we will see left fielder Wes Covington. Anything on strat? An 8. Nothing going on. Ellsworth 4-3, and that is a star line against the lefty. And that is a 1, and that's a ground ball to second base. Double play rating 1. Nothing from Ellsworth. Shortstop's pivot rating is the Cubs shortstop Rogers' pivot rating is a -1. So there is no chance of a double. There is no chance of a double play. Question is it a force? It's a 1. Dick Allen's base running rating is a 3 with the infield halfway, but it's a 1. So Allen actually makes it to second. Covington is out, 2 down. There's no chance of a double play, but the runner advances, so it becomes a fielder's choice, runner advance. And now we will see center fielder Tony Gonzalez. Sort of cool idea since there's no interleague play. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's fine. That's fine. I know what you're talking about, Forever Mind. It is a cool idea of you be using both games. But the thing about it is, remember, I use the quick results charts for Payoff Pitch for the background. I don't want to use I don't want to use somebody else's system for Inside Pitch. Inside Pitch, if I do a season for Inside Pitch, or I will do, I'm going to use Baseball Sims Research, his quick play formula. If I do it for a season, I don't want to use Payoff Pitch quick results for Inside Pitch during Inside Pitch games. But it is a cool idea. It is a cool idea, and I was thinking about it. But I'll stick with Payoff Pitch for the 85 season. Plus, another thing about it is using 2 different game systems, I could get 2 different types of results. So, because one system is accurate this way, the other system is accurate that way. But you're right, though. I know what like baseball demos. He's playing the 1975 World Series, and he's using 4 different game engines, which I think is awesome. I'd rather just stick with the way it works, but that's a great idea. Runner on second base, infield is normal. And that is a 1-2 on Ellsworth. And again, another home run check on Ellsworth. A 1-2. Tony Gonzalez is a 0, though. He's not going to get a home run there. He has no home runs over lefties. So he will roll normally. It's a 6-5, and that's a fly out to right. And that'll end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Phillies, and they lead 1-0 off a leadoff home run by Tony Taylor. Top of the second, Chris Short will be pitching to Let's Play 2, Ernie Banks. Banks in the last game was 1 for 4. Short with the pitch. 3-4, that is a strikeout possibility. Connie Mack adds 1 to strikeout ratings. So against the lefty, that becomes a 9. That is a 20. That is too high. So Ernie gets a chance to swing. 1-4, and he grounds out to short. Here is right fielder Len Gabrielson. 1-3 for short, strikeout possibility. A 12 makes it a 13. A 4, he will strike out Gabrielson. And now the catcher, Dick Bertel. 1-5 on short, another strikeout possibility. Against the lefty, it becomes a 10 plus 1 is 11. 17, Bertel will not strike out. He will swing. 3-3, and he grounds out to short. 1-2-3 inning, go the Cubs. Bottom of the second coming up. Coming up for the Fightin' Phils will be the catcher, Clay Dalrymple. Another great baseball name. Clay Dalrymple. Just got to love him. I love these old-style names. Ellsworth's pitch. That's out of the tray, and the guy wanted to get on the field. The cops will go ahead and arrest the offending guy. 6-1 for Ellsworth. That is a strikeout plus 10 against the lefty. That becomes an 18, a 19, and Dalrymple will go down. He goes down at the plate for the first out. Here is the shortstop, Cookie Rojas. He's playing short in this game. Ellsworth, 3-1. That's a blank against the righty. 2-5 for Rojas, fly out to center. And now first baseman John Hernstein. Don't know many of these Phillies players. Some of them I do, but not many. This was kind of a sleeper team, I guess, in 1964. Steeler fan, 1933, joins me at Connie Mack. 6-4 on Ellsworth's card. That is a star line against the lefty, and he's going to ground out to third. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Phils. At the end of 2, still 1-0. The difference, a leadoff home run by Tony Taylor. Top of the third coming up. For the Cubbies, shortstop Andre Rogers. On a rainy day here in South Florida, I've had nothing. Anybody who looks at South Florida on your screens, you'll see I'm under a big I would be a very big I'm under a very big blob of clouds. 5-5 for Chris Short. That is at the ballpark. And that is a 2-4, and that is a pop out to catcher. And we got one down. And here's the pitcher, Dick Ellsworth. Eight to 3. Played that yesterday morning. Yeah, that was a good game last night for the Dodgers. They were hitting around. They were hitting away. We'll see what the Rays do tonight. Short's pitch, 2-1. That's also at the ballpark. A 2-4 for Connie Mack Stadium, and that is it. And Ellsworth pops out to the catcher as well. So he pops out as Dalrymple gets a lot of work in this inning. Top of the order, here's a Malfitano. Short 2-1 again, range again at the ballpark. And a 5-6 this time, and he grounds out to the catcher. Okay, that was a weird inning. That was a weird inning. So the first two batters pop out to the catcher, and the last batter grounds out to the catcher. Okay, that was a weird inning. That was weird, but it's a 3-up and 3-down. Nothing for the Cubs, and still 1-0 fighting Phils. Phillies wore the Whiz Kids, right? Yep, they were the Whiz Kids. Connie Mack Stadium, they're Connie Mack Stadium, which of course really is still Shibe Park. They're still playing in Shibe, but they just renamed it to Connie Mack. But it's still Shibe Park for the Phillies. Bottom of the third, Ellsworth, and he will pitch to the Philly pitcher, and that is Chris Short. (3-6) on Ellsworth's card. That's a possible error. Short 5-6. That's a fly ball to right field, and that's not going to be an error with a 2. That's automatically not an error. It would have to be the ball was hit to Gabrielson. His error rating is a 4. Now that's a 2, but on a fly out, that number has to be odd. So there really weren't that many fly out errors in baseball. So Short just flies out. And that's 1 down. Top of the order, here's Tony Taylor. He hit a home run his last time up. A rare home run from him. 5-2, that's at the ballpark. Tony Taylor 6'5", and he flies out to right. And now we have Dick Allen. 4-2 on Ellsworth. That's a range play. Allen 2-5. That's a pop out to Short. The ball is hit to Rogers. His range is a 3. Does he get it? He does not, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. It was hit a little bit too far to Short outfield, and Dick Allen will have a base hit. And that's his second hit of the game. And that will be Johnny Collison as a P6 becomes an S6. Infield normal. So a good place to get images of some of the older parks for SOM PC version. Yeah, there's lots of good places to go. Just go to Action. You can go to Action PC, and there's lots of places you can get a lot of older parks for Stratomatic. They're all over the place. Go to StratoShack. Go to StratoShack.com. And that'll get you ballpark. StratoShack. Let's see. Ellsworth 5-1. Possible wild pitch. And a 1 to 6, 7 to 8 to 13. There is no wild pitch, so we'll re-roll again. 2-3 on Ellsworth. That's a range play. Collison 4-4. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Malfitano. His range is a 2. And he will make that play, and he'll end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Phillies, and it stays 1-0. So there are no blanks on the hitter's card, and you get a result if it doesn't apply to the pitcher. There are no blanks on any hitter's card, correct. The hitter card is designed to finish the play, or the hitter card, or the ballpark card. Okay? Now, of course, if it hits at a blank on a ballpark card, it's a rare play. It's a rare play. Usually, the least amount of blanks on a pitcher card means the pitcher card is pretty strong. And the batter doesn't really get a chance. But the one thing I do like about this game is that usually this game is designed, Chris Davis designed his game on somebody's statistics where the pitcher has control over strikeouts, walks, and home runs. The batter pretty much takes care of everything else. And I like his system. Top of the fourth, there's Billy Cowan leading off for the Cubbies. 3-1, that's a strikeout possibility. A left is a 12, plus 1 is a 13, and 19. Cowan does not strike out. 4-2 on his, that's a star line 2, and that's a ground out to third. Here's Billy Williams. I don't think it will be the right score tonight. Well, we'll see. 5-2 on shorts card strikeout against the lefty. 8 plus 1 is 9. 18 too high for Billy Williams. Williams swings 6-3, and he gets a base hit past the second baseman. The Cubs have a man on. Williams, that's his second hit of the game. And now a chance for the Cubs in Ron Santo. Anything on Strat? Infield halfway. Strat says 13. Nothing going on. Ron Santo has a chance to swing. Let's see what he does here. 1-2. Chris Short. Range play at the ballpark. 2-4. And that is a pop out to the catcher. And the ball is hit again. Now Taylor is the catcher here. His range is a 2. He doesn't make the play. However, that is turned into a foul out. That's turned into a foul ball. That is a foul ball on a range play. That's a foul ball, and you redo it. So in this case, the ballpark card actually helped the Phillies in a way, and the Cubs. So you replay the roll. That turns into a foul out. For Short, we'll roll again. 3-2. And that's a walk possibility. That's a 21, and that is a definite walk to Santo. And now the Cubs are in business. And here's Let's Play 2, first baseman Ernie Banks. So Stratochat and the DK Sports site. Yes, that'll work. Try them out. You'll get plenty of ballparks. I have them all, trust me. Runners at first and second, still infield halfway. But now Ernie Banks has a chance to make a big hit. Short, 4-5. And against a righty, that is a star line. And that is a star line 1. That's a ground ball to second. Double play rating 3, plus 1 is 4. Shortstop for Philadelphia, Rojas is 0. A 1-4, they will turn 2. And they do. Ground ball to second, throws to short, back to first for 2, and the Cubs are retired. He grounds out into the 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit. A chance for the Cubs goes by the board. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Still 1-0 Phils. No problem, Keith. Anything I can help out with. Remember to check out all the other great sites. Tenacious Tabletop Baseball Plus is Earl. His site does great Stratomatic stuff. He does great History Maker Golf. Don't forget to check him out. Baseball demos, CP cards and dice. Al, Red Sox fan, of course, who's the king of the hill. Don't forget to check out any of these other guys' sites. Bottom of the 4th. Let's see who leads off. That would be Wes Covington. I guess I got to get a batter out there. Ellsworth 4-1. That's a walk possibility, and that's a 25 on Covington. So we automatically know he walks. Walks the leadoff batter, and now Gonzalez. Very good. Part of the Strat library for all ballparks are not very good. Like I said, check out Stratoshat. You get a lot of great choices for old ballparks there. I mean, remember some of the older ballparks, like Shibe or Sportsman's Park, or even before then, League Park, Old South End grounds. Really. I mean, those were really old, like in the 1900s, 10s, 20s, 30s. I'm surprised we actually have some of those shots as it is. Infield halfway. Anything on Strat? 11, nothing going on. Ellsworth 3-2. That is a strikeout plus 10. That becomes a 21, and he strikes out Gonzalez. So he walks the leadoff batter, then strikes out the next batter. And now Clay Dalrymple. Anything on Strat? A 1. Covington has no chance of a steal. Has no chance of a steal or hit and run, so nothing going on. 4-5 on Ellsworth's card. Strikeout again, plus 10 against the lefty. That's an 18 plus 1's a 19. And he strikes out Dalrymple for the second time this game. 2 outs. Now the infield goes back to normal. And Cookie Rojas. Strat roll. 6, nothing happening. Yeah, you have to buy a special. Well, yeah, you can't. You have to in a way, but not always. You can still get those ballpark. Straddle Shack is still free. 4-4 for Ellsworth, and against the righty, that's a blank. Rojas gets the swing, 6-3, and he grounds out right back to Ellsworth. And the leadoff walk doesn't do anything. At the end of 4, the Phillies still lead the Cubs 1-0. The only difference, a Tony Taylor home run to start the game off. Top of the 5th coming up. Here's Len Gabrielson. Oh, I thought it did. I have the Stratomatic PC version. I just don't play it. I'm going to tell you right now, as far as Stratomatic, their PC version is pretty exactly like their regular base game. Until Stratomatic updates their PC version from like the DOS ages to today's graphics and such, all right, I will not play it. Stratomatic, I mean, if they need to update their PC game to today's standards, today's graphics, or today's something, come on. Really. You got to, I mean, really, you're playing on a game that looks like it was made in the DOS ages. At least Out of the Park game updates every year. Action PC is still pretty much updates every year. But Stratomatic, no. The only season I will buy from Stratomatic Cards and Dice will be 1986, but they got to remaster that. I'm not getting the old set. Gabrielson will bat. Short, 2-3, and that is a blank. He's not tired. Gabrielson, 3-3, and that's a fly out to left. Here's Dick Bertel. Yeah, they want you to buy him. 3-5, strikeout possibility. The lefty is a 10. That becomes an 11. 17 too high. Bertel gets the swing. 2-5, he grounds out to short. Grounds out to third, I'm sorry. Grounds out to third. And now Andre Rogers. 5-2, strikeout possibility. 9 plus 1 is 10. That's a 9. And he does strike out Rogers. Another 1-2-3 inning for Chris Short. Halfway through the game, still 1-0 Phillies. Short pitching very well. But one thing about one good thing that Tony at CP Cards and Dice said, the one thing I love about Inside Pitch and Payoff Pitch, these are new games based on today's stuff and today's systems and such. You know, brand new ways of playing it. Stratomatic and APA were made during the Cold War era. A lot's changed since then. So that's one of the reasons why I just don't want to play those two. APA specifically, although I like how APA flows, I will admit, I like how APA flows as far as, you know, one roll of the dice and that's it. But it's chart driven, which means it's finite, which means the only results you get are what's available in the charts. And 2, I just have a problem playing a game where pitching is abstracted, which it is. John Hernstein will lead off for the 64 Fightin' Phils. Yep, Strat's PC version is from the Colt. That's what I said. It's from the DOS era. Ellsworth will pitch 2-6. And that is a star line against the lefty. And that is a ground out to first. 1 out. Chris Short will get to bat. Ellsworth 3-4. Strikeout plus 10. That becomes a 27. Short goes down. Don't have to look at the die for that. I already know he's out. Top of the order, Tony Taylor. Four 2, range play on Taylor. 4-5, and that is a ground ball hit to second base. Amalfitano's range is a 2. He will not make it, and that now becomes a single past the second baseman, and Taylor is at first. Taylor gets his second hit of the game after the home run. We have Dick Allen coming up. He's 2 for 2. Infield is normal with a runner on. Let's see if anything going on Strat. A 12, nothing happening. Allen's bunt rating is a 4. Had to be at least a 17 for me to consider bunt. Ellsworth 4-3, and against the righty, that's a blank. Allen 4-3, and he flies out to right. One hit for the Phillies, and all they get. And at the end of 5, it is still 1-0 in a good pitcher's duel between these two guys. Top of the 6th. Right now, nothing beats the replay PC version. Unfortunately, they don't have every year available. The replay, I'm not a fan of the replay system either because it's chart driven. But I do like their PC game. I do have the demo. I just never purchased a season from it. I do like replay PC version, not just because of the game itself, but you can use it to input statistics if you want to. That I do like. Replay probably might have the best right now, the best for best PC system right now, at least in terms of entering stats and such. You can put it on there, and you can just input the play if you want. And you can roll dice for a different game. You could roll dice. Yeah, exactly. Keeping stats for games like Payoff Pitch or something. You can roll dice for one game and just input the stats in the into the game itself. Top of the 6th, and Dick Ellsworth is going to come out to bat. Let's see what his fatigue rating is at 29. He is fine. And Short's fatigue rating is 27. They'll let Ellsworth bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Short will pitch 4-4. That's a strikeout, definitely. 31 on both left and right, so we know Ellsworth is out. Joey Amalfitano. Short 4-3. Wild pitch fouled away. 1-1, hit by pitch, a 10, -1 is a 9, that's a 4, and Short plunks Amalfitano. He will trot down to first. Billy Cowan will come up, anything on Strat. A 4. His attempt rating is a 2. It would become a 4 for a hit and run. Bill Cowan, 241 average. Amalfitano's stolen base rating is a 4. No hit and run, because if it's a strikeout, Amalfitano has no chance. We'll hit away normally. Infield is halfway, though. Short, 1-4. And against the right, that's a possible walk. And against the left, he's a 5. 15, he does not walk. Cowan will hit 2-4, and he singles into center field. That's a base hit for Cowan. Single to center to get from first to third's a -1. Amalfitano's base running rating becomes a 3. The center fielder is Gonzalez. His arm rating is a -1, so it's a 1-2. Amalfitano will make it, and he does. Amalfitano does get to third base. He beats the throw. Runners at the corners and 1 out on a big base hit by Cowan. And now here's Billy Williams. Can you score pretty much any type of play in replay? Yes. Forever Maine is correct. Yes. They have a good amount of seasons, but some of them they're missing. Like, they don't have the 86 season. That'd probably be the only season I would actually play out. Runners at the corners. And the Cubs are in business here. Billy Williams, the batter. Amalfitano makes it to third. Cowan holds. At first base on a single. The infield is going to play the infield in to prevent Amalfitano from scoring. Billy Williams is not ground out into many double plays. He only has a 1. Big play here. Anything on Strat? An 11, no. Short will pitch. This is a big chance here for the Cubs. 1-3. Strikeout possibility against 11. 8 plus 1 is a 9. He strikes out Billy Williams. And that is a big K. Now can Ron Santo do something? Anything on Strat? 7, no. Two outs. The infield is now normal. Short's pitch, 3-2. That's a walk possibility against 11. That's a 21, and that's a definite walk. He walks Santo. Now the bases are loaded. For Let's Play 2, Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks is 0 for 2. We finally have some action here. Bases juiced. 2 outs, though, top of the 6th. Phillies leading 1-0. Now short in a jam. Ernie Banks, the batter. Can he come through with a big hit? I'll still roll for anything on Strat. 3, nothing going on. For short, 4-3. A possible wild pitch, and that is a 2, and it is a wild pitch. Chris Short throws a wild pitch, and this game is tied. Amalfitano scores. Cowan moves to third. Santo to second. Chris Short throws a wild one, and we are tied at 1. Wow. And Banks still the batter with runners at second and third. Wild pitch by Chris Short. Banks still up. Now the Cubs tied this game. They finally break through Short. We'll do it again. Nothing on the Strat. I'll redo the Strat roll. See if there's anything going on. A 4. Nothing going on. Short's pitch. 4-3. Another possible wild pitch. A 4. Yep, that's another possible wild pitch. A 6, and he wild pitches again. Oh, boy. Billy Cowan will come in to score. Santo moves to third. And Ernie Banks hasn't done anything. And the Cubs now lead at 2-1 on 2 wild pitches by Chris Short. And Gonzalez is going to talk to Short for a moment and try to calm him down. 2 wild pitches brings in 2 runs, and the Cubs now lead at 2-1. And the fans here at Connie Mack Stadium groans. Ugh. Still 2 outs. Anything again on Strat? I'll roll. 11, nothing. For Short, 5-4 this time. Range play. Banks, 2-6. That's a ground ball to third. The ball was hit to Allen. His range is a 3. He will make the play, and he'll throw to first to get the final out. So that's a ground out to third. But wow. 2 runs on 1 hit, a hit batsman, and 2 wild pitches. And the Cubs now lead at 2-1 going in the bottom of the 6th. Chris Short pitches a gem and then throws 2 balls back to the backstop. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Johnny Collison will lead off for the Fighting Phils. Five on Ellsworth's card. That's a strikeout possibility against the lefty. That's a 6 plus 1's a 7. No strikeout with a 17. 6-5 on Collison's card. That's a ball hit to right. That is an 8 against the lefty. That's going to turn into a leadoff double by Johnny Collison. Leadoff double by Collison. He will hold at second on a ball hit to right. And now the Phillies are in business with a man in scoring positions. It will bring up Wes Covington. Anything on Strat? 18. Covington, nothing going on there. Infield is normal. The Cubs take a 2-1 lead, then Johnny Collison hits a double for the Fightin' Phils. Ellsworth, 1-5. That's a possible walk. And against the lefty, that's a 25, and definitely Ellsworth will walk. Runners at first and second now for Gonzalez. Oh, boy. Ellsworth now in a jam. 2-1 Cubs. The only reason why they got the 2 runs is because Chris Short lost all control. Infield is now halfway playing for double play. And that is a 5-3, and that is a blank. Gonzalez, 6-6. Starline 6. That is a ground ball. That's a ground ball to third. Where is it hit? It is a ground ball to third, and that is towards the line. If double play or force, it would go 5-3. So the play is made. So now we try to see if he turns the double play. 2 + 1 is 0. He tags the bag at third, so Collison is out. But now he's got to throw to first to see if he can get the out. 2 + 1 is a 0. 1 is a 0. There's no pivot. There's no pivot play. And, of course, with the halfway, it's 3. So 1-3, he gets Gonzalez at first. He does. So Collison is out. Covington goes to second. Gonzalez is out, and there are 2 outs. That's a 5-3 double play since it was hit right at the down the line. 2 down. Covington on at second. He grounds into the 5-3. The batter is Clay Dalrymple. It is raining outside here in South Florida. So Ellsworth gets his best friend. And we'll see what they do here. Infield is now normal. Ellsworth 2-1. That is a strikeout possibility. A lefty is an 8 + 1 is a 9. 13. Dalrymple does not strike out. 2-4, and he grounds out to first, and that will end the inning. No runs. There was 1 hit for the Phillies and a walk as Ellsworth got into a jam, but a 5-3 double play gets him out of it. Still, 2-1 Cubs here. Can the Cubs upset the Fightin' Phils and move on? Top of the 7th coming up. Chris Short will pitch. He could become fatigued. He could become tired at this inning, so we'll see what he does here. 2-1. We got a good matchup here in 64. Len Gabrielson leads off for the Cubs. 4-2 for Short. That's a possible error on a throw. Gabrielson, 5-3, and against the lefty, that is a ground ball. That's a ground ball to second base. Taylor's error rating is a 7 and 18 there. He will not make a throwing error. He will throw to first and get the out. Dick Bertel, 5-3. That's a strikeout. 10 + 1 is 11. 19 too high. Bertel, 2-4, and against the lefty, he's going to ground out to short. If he was a right-hander, that would have been a base hit. And here's Andre Rogers. Short's pitch, 6-3, and that's a star line against a right-hander, and Rogers, he grounds out to short also. 1-2-3, go the Cubs. Still 2-1. Ellsworth due to bat first in the 8th. This will probably be his last inning. And this is going to be Short's last inning also because he is due to bat third. So Short's going to come out now. And the Phillies will bring in a pinch hitter when he's due to bat. It will be Cookie Rojas batting for the Fightin' Phils here in the bottom of the 7th. 5-4, possible hit by pitch. 4 minus 5 is a negative, so no one there. So Rojas will hit. 5-5, he flies out to right. John Hernstein for the Phillies. 3-4, and that is a strikeout plus 10. That makes that a 23, and that's a strikeout on Hernstein. He's got 13 on both sides, doesn't matter. So that's an automatic strikeout. Now we'll see a pinch hitter for the Phillies. And they will bring in Ruben Amaro will pinch hit. Ruben Amaro pinch hitting for the Phillies. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Am I planning to keep track of any stats from my 85 replay? Nah, just wins and losses. Just wins and losses. Although, as I said, I will say this though. I mean, when I have teams play more than one game, of course I'll go check on the. I'll check maybe in the back of the lineups and let people know what a certain player did. But no, I'm not going to keep track of these stats. All I care about is wins and losses. I'm not using computer. This is all cards and dice, which means no electronics. 5-3 on Ellsworth's card. That is a blank. Amaro gets to swing 2-3, and he flies out to center. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies. And they are running out of outs. At the end of 7, still 2-1 Cubs. Top of the 8th. That's going to be it for Dick Ellsworth. He has done his job, as he will come out of the game. They'll bring in a pitcher. We need a pitcher, of course, for the Phillies. And question is, and since they are the home team, I usually let the home team make the first choice. So the Phillies will probably just bring in their best reliever. Let's see who they want to bring in here. Well, maybe not their best reliever, not their closer, but they will bring in Ed Roebuck. Roebuck will now pitch for the Phils. And he can go 5 batters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the Cubs will choose a pinch hitter. And it will be Jimmy Stewart, the switch hitter. Stewart will pinch hit for Ellsworth here to start the top of the 8th. Roebuck with the pitch. That is a 1-2, and that is a walk possibility against a righty. 13, that is an 18. Stewart does not walk. He gets the swing. 5-6, and he grounds it right back to Roebuck. That's a ground out to the pitcher, 1 down. Here's Joey Amalfitano. He is 0 for 2, but he got on a hit by pitch, and he scored on a wild pitch. 5-1 on Roebuck's card. That's a range play. Amalfitano 3-2, and that is a double hit to left field. Covington's range is a 1. Does he somehow make the play? He does. Wes Covington on a range of 1, he got it. Must have leaped at the wall and made a play at the wall and robs Amalfitano of a double. And that turns into a fly. That's a fly out to right. Wow. Can't a 1, and he makes the play. Wes Covington saves a double. 2 outs now. Here's Billy Cowan. Ed Roebuck tips his cap. 5-4. That's a star line. And that is going to be a fly out to center. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Tony Taylor leads off for the Phillies. And the Cubs will bring in a right-hander to deal with him from the bullpen. Remember, there's no fatigue. There's no fatigue in this tournament. And the Cubs are going to bring in Don Elston. The bullpen for the Cubs is not that great, but Don Elston will come on. Well, wait a minute. Timeout. Let me look at that again. He has the most relief appearances, although not real. Let me see what I want to do here. No, they're going to bring in Lindy McDaniel, and they're going to see if they can get 6 outs out of McDaniel. So he is their closer. And, of course, bringing your closer in for two innings was very popular back then. So bottom of the 8th, Lindy McDaniel will pitch to Tony Taylor. Taylor led this game off with a home run for the Phillies. The Phillies were 92-70 in 1964. The Cubs were 76-86. McDaniel will pitch to Taylor. 2-6. Wild pitch is disregarded. 2-2. That's a blank. Taylor, 3-3. He leads off with a single into right field. Base hit. And Taylor is now 3 for 4. And here's Dick Allen. Anything on Strat? That is a 2. Taylor does have a chance to steal. 13. McDaniel plus 2 is a 15. Bertel's arm, though, is a -3. It'd be a 1-12 for Taylor to try to take second base. Dick Allen, the batter, at 318, who's a good hitter. Do I try to steal here? That'd be a 60% chance to get it, and he is the tying run. You know what? With a batter at 318 at the batter, I'm going to call off the steal. I'll let Allen hit. Infield is halfway, though. 4-4 on McDaniel's card. Against a righty, that's a blank. Allen, 4-2. He grounds out to short. Allen's double play rating's a 2. -1 from McDaniel becomes a 1, but it comes back with a 2 from the infield halfway. Second baseman pivot rating's a Malfitano, and his pivot rating is a -1. So only a 1, they will turn a double play. They do not. Tony Taylor's base running rating, though, becomes a 3 because of the halfway. That's a 4. Taylor is out at second. Allen makes it to first. There is 1 out. So that is a fielder's choice. And now Johnny Collison. Anything on Strat? A 4. Nope. No hit and run. Because it'd have to be a 2 or a 3. So Collison will hit normally. McDaniel will pitch. 6-1, strikeout against a 10, +1's an 11, 15 too high. Collison gets the swing. That's a 6-2, and he grounds out to second base. His double play rating, 1 -1 is a 0. They get the 1 from here, so it's +1. The shortstop's pivot rating is Rogers. It's a -1. So that becomes a 0. So there is no chance of getting a double play. But the question is, who's out? That's a 5. Dick Allen is going to be out because that 5 is higher than his base running rating of a 3. So they don't turn 2. But Allen is out for the second out. Another fielder's choice. And now Wes Covington. So McDaniel not getting double plays, but he is getting fielder's choices. Now the infield is normal. Anything on the Strat? A 19. Covington with a bunt rating of 1. No. McDaniel will pitch. 2-5 on McDaniel's card. And that goes to here. That's a double question mark against the lefty, a 1-12, a single 1. And 18 is too high. That's a blank. So McDaniel does not make a mistake, but Covington gets the hit. 5-3, and he flies out to right. A leadoff base hit for the Phillies, but that's all they get. No runs scored at the end of 8. It is still 2-1 Cubs. We go to the top of the 9th. Ed Roebuck still has a couple of batters he can face. Billy Williams leads off for Chicago. The north side, 2-1. Could the Cubs pull off their second upset? Well, it wouldn't be an upset, actually. They were the better team over the Washington Senators, but if they beat the Phillies, this is an upset. Although the Cubs have a good lineup here still. I mean, Billy Williams, Ron Santo, Ernie Banks. What, 3 straight Hall of Famers? Roebuck will stay out there. He'll pitch. 5-6. That's a range play at the park. 1-1, and that is a hit to right field. That's a hit to right field. So here's the first thing we got to do. First, got to see what it's going to be. A possible double to right, and the ball is hit to Collison. His range is a 5. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. He takes a hit away, so that's a fly ball to right. 1 man down. Here is Ron Santo. 5-6. Another range play at the park again. See what this is. 5-5. That's a double to center field. The ball is hit to Gonzalez. His range is a 3. Does he make the play? No, he does not. That's a double. Santo hits it a little too far away from Gonzalez, and that's a 2-bagger for Santo. That's his first hit of the game, although he's been on base twice with 2 walks. And now let's play 2. Roebuck is now tired. And I think we're going to see a new pitcher as Roebuck is going to come out. They'll replace him. Let's see who the Phillies want to bring in to pitch. They'll bring in their closer, Jack Baldwin. Jack Baldwin will pitch to Ernie Banks. 1 out, a big insurance run on second base. Actually, I should roll Strat first. Anything on the Strat? 20. Baldwin gets a chance to pick off. It is a 12. No pickoff. Now we roll. Baldwin, 3-3 against a righty. Strikeout possibility. 9 + 1 is 10. 16 too high. Banks will swing. That's a 1-3, and it's a single past the shortstop. That is a base hit for Banks. Ron Santo's base running rating is a 3. In order to get home, he needs to be a 3, and he is. Ron Santo will score from second, and the Cubs now lead it 3-1 on a big RBI single by Let's Play 2 Ernie Banks. Here's Len Gabrielson, still 1 out. Now the infield halfway. Anything on attempt? A 1. That would be a possible. That's a +1. That would be a possible steal by Banks, but a stolen base attempt is a 7, and I'm not going to do that. So if that was a 2, a possible hit and run would have been, but no, I'm not going to steal with Ernie Banks. So Gabrielson will go ahead and hit. That is a 3-5 hit by pitch. 2 + 1 is a 3, a 10. Gabrielson does not get plunked, but he will swing. 4-6, fly out to left field. That's the second out. And now Dick Bertel. So for you Cubs fans right now, they got a chance to move on. Infield is now normal. Anything going on with Bertel? That's a 15. Nope. Jack Baldwin will pitch. 4-1, possible error. Bertel 3-4, and that is a ground ball to third, and that's hit to Allen. His error rating is an 18. That's an 11, and that's an error. That is an error, And runners advance. That is an E5. As Allen cannot make the play and the runners move. And that is the first error on the Phillies. That's just a one-base error on a grounder. And now a chance for Andre Rogers. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Andre Rogers, the batter. And I'm going to see if the Cubs maybe want to make a pinch hitter here. Do they have another shortstop is the question. They do not, so Rogers actually has to hit. No shortstop. Unless, of course, I could move Amalfitano to short, but that takes away a little bit of his range. Now, Rogers will hit. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bolshin, 1-2. Strikeout possibility of 12 plus 1's a 13. 17. Rogers avoids the strikeout. He will swing 2-6, and he pops out to short. And that will do it. 1 run for the Cubs on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs are 3 outs away from advancing into the next round. Lindy McDaniel can pitch to 2 batters before he's tired. The Cubs are going to ask him to see if they can complete this game. 3-1 Cubs. And it is Tony Gonzalez leading off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 9th. Fans here at Connie Mack not happy. The Cubs have scored on the 3 runs they've scored. 2 are on wild pitches. 2 are on wild pitches, and 1 was a real RBI. McDaniel's pitch, 2-4. Strikeout against the righty. Puts a 12. That's a 15. Gonzalez does not strike out. He will swing 5-3. Grounds out to second base. 1 down. Clay Dalrymple will take a chance at it. His batting average is .238. Is there anything I want to make any moves here for the Phils to see if I can help him out? His batting average is a little better by about 12 points. Is that really going to make a difference? Let's see. Not really. 12 point, not much difference. Dalrymple will hit, although he's 0 for 3 in this game. Daniel pitches. 2-2. That's a blank. Dalrymple, 5-1. That's a ball hit to left field, and that is a 10, and that is going to be a double for Clay Dalrymple. He comes through with a big hit. That is a double. So maybe it's a good thing I did stick with him. And now Cookie Rojas. McDaniel is now considered tired. We'll see if he can finish it, though. Cookie Rojas, the batter. Runner on second. Doesn't really mean anything. Infield normal halfway. McDaniel will concentrate on the batter. No strat roll. McDaniel, 5-2. That's a range play. Rojas, 5-6. That's a fly ball to left. The ball was hit to Billy Williams. His range is a 2. Does he make the play? No, he does not. Is it a single or a double? It is a double for Cookie Rojas. Dalrymple will score. Rojas goes to second. 3-2 now. As Williams couldn't make the play. Now 3-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Could the Phillies pull off some 9th inning magic? The batter for the Phillies is John Hernstein. And I think that might be it for McDaniel. You don't want to take a chance now giving up a blank. And a lefty at the plate. So let's see what the Cubs want to do. And they're going to bring in Bobby Shantz to pitch to Herrnstein. Now, do the Phillies want to make a change at pinch hitter? And they will make a change at pinch. Well, John Herrnstein's a first baseman, and they're going to bring in Alex Johnson to pinch hit. Herrnstein will come out. Johnson will come in to pinch hit. Herrnstein was at first base to take over first base duties for the Phillies in case this goes any further. Is going to be Roy Sievers. Roy Sievers will take over at first base, but Alex Johnson will pinch hit. So we got some ninth inning magic here in the bottom of the ninth inning. 3-2 Cubs, but 1 out. Sievers will take over. He's a 2-3. He's actually a better first baseman in terms of fielding percentage. But Alex Johnson will go up against Bobby Shantz. 1 out, 3-2 now. Ninth inning magic as always here at RJL 518. Never consider a game over. Rojas on at second. Shantz will have to pitch. Now 3-2. And is there a strat roll? I now will roll strat. See anything going on in 18. Nope. A 1-2 on Shantz's card, and that is a 1-2 on Shantz's card. That's a double question mark against a righty. That's a star line 1-2, and it is a 1. Oh my. Unbelievable. Against a right-hander, a 1-2 star line, and he drew the 1. So now we see what the star line is, and that is a 6. That's a fly out to center. Oh, unbelievable roll. Bobby Shantz gets the roll. 2 outs now. Bolshin was the next batter, so he will come out, and we'll see another pinch hitter for the Phillies. And it will be Danny Cater, who's the last chance for Philadelphia. Danny Cater bats .296. He will now pinch hit for the pitcher. Oh boy, bottom of the ninth inning, Cubs leading 3-2. Shantz trying to get this game over. I'll roll a. That's a 4. Nothing going on. And now Shantz will pitch to Cater. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth, 3-2. Shantz's pitch. 2-1. Strikeout possibility. Lefty, 6 + 1 is 7. 20, no strikeout. Cater gets a chance to swing. 6-6. Star line 6. Fly ball straight away center field. Coming underneath it is Billy Cowan. He measures it. He puts out his glove. Block, and the ball falls into it. The Chicago Cubs will advance to the 3rd round as they upset the Phillies 3-2. 1 run. 1 run, and there were 2 hits. But that is all. The Philadelphia Phillies are eliminated. The Cubs move on. Cubs win. Cubs win. The Cubs win. Another great finish here. Another great finish here at RJL 518. I always get these kind of games. Can never be simple. Can never be simple. What a roll that Bobby Shantz gets. If he was a left-handed batter, that would have been a single past the pitcher and the runner on second scores. But because I brought in a right-hander against a lefty, which you normally do, Shantz gets the roll on a 1-2 star line. Oh, believable. Shantz must have pitched a beautiful low pitch, and he got under it. Give you a final line score here, guys. For the Chicago Cubs, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Philadelphia Phillies, 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Ellsworth does get the win. Short took the loss. Chance is going to get the save because he finished it off. The difference in the game, 2 wild pitches by Chris Short, scores 2 runs with the bases loaded for the Philadelphia Phillies. Short's going to have to go back to get some mechanics working out because those 2 wild pitches killed the Phils in this game. Win for the CUBS Cubs. How about that? I will have the 45s game left. The next game up will be game number 12. The Houston Colt 45s taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. That's going to be a tough game. The Cardinals were the best team in the National League. That's why they are seeded number 2. They were the best team in the National League, and that could be very interesting to see how that goes. May have another game coming up here in a few hours than my 1976 game between the Royals and the Yankees, game number 5 of that ALCS. And we know how exciting that game was. So may have another game later as well. Steeler fan 1933, forever remain 90, Keith White, Michael Peterson, Steeler fan 1933. Thank you all for joining me for some exciting action. So we'll see you guys a little later. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and have a good one here. Cubs eliminate the Phillies 3-2. They advance in the one and gone tournament for 64. See you guys later.